What's up, y'all? It's your boy King Yedaya, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets, like the ancient king did in ancient times. And there's nothing new under the sun, so wisdom has always been there. So we just exercising it now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna do a little trade update on my GBP USD trade, and we're gonna start with the US dollar as usual. So now this is the 15-minute chart on the US dollar. We just broke the S4, doing a little retest on the S4 right there. And this is my support zone right here. If you go back to the 1 hour chart, let me break that down a little bit. So this is the support zone. We were kind of teetering in the middle of it, pushed up a little bit, and now we're breaking down. Right? So back to the 15-minute chart. We just broke the S4 on the 15-minute chart, and we heading for the bottom of the support zone. And as you can see, we just retest the S4, and we're gonna push lower now. So once we break this support zone here, man, I think it's over for the US dollar. We're gonna head down. We're gonna head down a lot lower, right? Let's see. So yeah, we're getting a lot of volume coming in, and this is the Asian session. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I think these Asian banks are very bullish on the GBP USD pair, and they're very bearish on the US dollar. Because I noticed, like, for a couple days now, since last week, like, all the movements with the GBP USD excuse me, all the movements have been happening like in the Asian session, and they're just continuing in like the London session, but the Asian session is really setting it off. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so the US dollar is pushing down, broke the S4, about to break my support zone line right here, and we'll just keep moving lower, which is good for my GBP USD trade. So this is what I'm up to on the GBP USD trade, right? So this was my first buy entry, my second buy entry on the pullback. Let's see, I think the first buy entry was here. I think it was somewhere around here. I was hoping for like a breakup from this zone. I can't remember what day was that. Let's see. No. Well, anyway, this was the first buy entry area here. This was the second buy entry on the pullback, I believe. Yeah, well, I can't remember exactly when I took it, but this is the first buy entry. This was my second buy entry, and now I trail my stops for both of them up to break even, just above break even. So this one is for the first buy entry. The stop loss is just above break even, and this second buy entry, same stop loss. It's let's see, that'll be only 24 pips in profit, so no big deal with that. But the thing is, now we had this congestion, which is kind of like my my strategy, which I call the NyQuil. So I call it the NyQuil because it's a play on words. Like when price goes into like congestion or consolidation, the break of the congestion, which is the play on words with the NyQuil to break up congestion, is when it breaks out of congestion and it does a retest, right? So we had that break of congestion with this big candle. Let me make that bigger. Right, so we had that big push up, and you saw I drew up this wedge right here, this upward triangle. So we broke out of that. This big push up right here. Then to me, this wick rejections, and this is the retest right here. So it doesn't come straight back to this level, but it's good enough for me. So I set a buy stop right here at 1.39300 and let it trigger me. It just triggered me in. So on the push up it triggered me in, and now we in profit. We getting a little pullback off of the R4, kind of a retest. I don't know how deep it's gonna go, but for this entry I put my stop loss down here, right? So if it does come back and retest this area, I'm gonna get stopped out, but that's the risk I gotta take, because I'm very bullish on this pair, especially for breaking the R4. I think we're gonna just retest probably the R3 and push up. So we're gonna do something like this. Hopefully we're gonna retest the R3 and push up, and then we're gonna come back and retest the R4 and push up. So that's my thoughts on the GBP USD right now, you know what I mean? So hopefully it works out. It's not really pulling back that much. Like when it just kind of sits there and consolidates or creates like a bull flag, you know what I'm saying? It's not really retested. Like these are just the small pullbacks it's doing, you know? So I think it's really strong. So I'm gonna take the risk and I'm gonna take that buy entry and just set my stop loss down here, and hopefully we get these kind of moves, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's my little trade setup, my little live trade update on the GBP USD trade. And I'm gonna get into this new pair. I just started marking up this chart on GBP odd because I want to get away from the USD pairs a little bit. So I went up all the way to the monthly chart and kind of see what GBP order is really doing, and I noticed it's kind of in a downtrend. So I drew up some Fibonacci levels and stuff like that, but I'll do an update, or I'll do a video on that to tell you, like, you know, exactly what's my thoughts on that. So right now I'm just looking at it. I even put a little note right here that overall downtrend, look for sells. So that's kind of my thought process on GBP odd, but I'll do a separate video on that. Alright y'all, it's your boy King Yediya, aka King Solomon, staying wise in life and in these markets like the ancient king did, and y'all stay blessed.